Hey folks, and welcome to Searching and Fearless Recovery Tarot, where it's just a shit show every day. I haven't come up with a better slogan, so if you guys come up with one, leave it in the comments. Maybe I'll use it. Okay, so this reading is going to be for Scorpio, Aquarius, Sag, and Cap, just because I feel like I've been ignoring you guys. The energy that I got was after school special, and I was hearing that song, Conjunction Junction, what's your function? I don't know why. I guess we'll figure that out in a minute. But yeah, that's the energy I'm getting, after school special. I don't know what that's about. Let's get into prayer. Father God, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for another day not promised. Thank you for all the love, guidance, and wisdom that you give. Please only let those that walk in the light in, only those with the highest good in mind. For everyone who is watching this video, only the highest messages. What does Scorpio, Aquarius, Sag, and Cap need to know at this time? What does Scorpio? It's being activated. 5th house. Okay. Ooh. So you guys could be looking at investments right now. And I'm hearing some of you could be gambling or going to the casino. Some of you could be just having a lot of fun in your creative inspirations right now. Some of you could be having new love come in, or new love partnerships come in. This doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friends as well. But 5th house is all about doing something with, like, a child. It's fun. It's play. It's investments. It's creation. The power of love. Leo energy. What are you trying to put in the spotlight? How are you trying to strive? Oh, man. Okay. So Page of Swords reversed, Page of Cups reversed, and indecision. That doesn't tell me much. Okay, so some of you are really struggling in your head right now. With the Page of Swords, this could be a dilemma that you feel like you're not adequate for, or you're not prepared for, which is turning you into overworking yourself emotionally, overgiving, because you're not really sure. It's weird because what Spirit is showing me is like you're overgiving because you don't have a definitive choice on exactly what you want quite yet. It's like you know, but there's a hesitancy, there's a fear there with the indecision, and it's putting you in your feelers. Yep, exactly. With the Star reversed and the 4 of Cups reversed with the Hierophant, practicality is your best friend right now. Practicality, taking things one day at a time, getting out of your own way is what I'm hearing. With the World and options, it's like you're not sure exactly which cycle you want to enter into or what you would want to commit to. This could be, with the Hierophant, this could be an adoption, this could be a marriage, this could be something, taxes, this could be investments, like I was hearing day trading earlier. This could be something to do with that. But either way, you're struggling to make the right decision. I feel like there's a hesitancy because of a decision that you made previously. Like there's a, I made this choice last time and I couldn't let it go, or it was really toxic for me, and I just went through this really horrible, terrible, painful cycle, and I don't know if I can release it or not, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to move forward with this. You're trying to find what you're passionate about, but you cannot be worrying, because if you worry, you're manifesting the worry. You're not manifesting the best outcome for you. Some of you could come from divorced homes. Some of you could come from not really ever seeing a ton of relationships that work out in the long run, or maybe you've seen the same old song and dance with different couples and you don't want to go there, or maybe maybe in the past this could go on the other side of the coin too. Maybe in the past you've been thinking about the mistakes that you've made and worrying that you're going to make those same mistakes again. I'm also seeing some of you had partnerships with people who were doing sneaky, shady things. Some of you could have like gone through major processes with this person. Like you could have tried to buy a house with this person, or get married to this person, or start a business with this person. I feel like for a lot of you, there's a repeated history of doing things that you're comfortable with and not growing out of your own comfort zone. And finally, the energies lately have been giving you, it's either the energies or the opportunities that are given to you currently that are giving you this boost, that are giving you this, to look at, to take a clear eye to the mistakes that you've made in the past so that you can take control now. Because the Emperor doesn't wait for anybody. The Emperor has his own back. And mind you, you could be female and still in the Emperor position. We all have this Emperor energy within us. Emperor is just the boss man. You're in control of your life. You don't have to answer to anybody because you do everything for yourself. And with the Two of Cups, it's like some of you need to end a cycle of an old relationship or thoughts of an old relationship. Once that energy is cleared and healed, a lot of you are sad because maybe you had this whole story carved out for yourself for a really long time. Whatever you were in before, whatever partnership you were in before, maybe you had that story carved out for a long time, or you felt like that was it, you know, that was the way it was going to be. And then all of a sudden that carpet was ripped out from under you and you're in the Fool position again. And I know for a freaking Capricorn or an Aquarius or people that are inspired by the drive, that would piss anybody off. But I think what you need to know most is that the mistakes, there needs to be a change in the way that you view how things were in the past. Because this life isn't about passing or failing. It's about moving through experiences and who you become in those experiences and who you choose to grow to be in the future. And that's where you're at right now. So if you're in this confused energy, don't feel like this should resolve itself within a day, okay? It didn't take you a day to make these decisions and have these old choices. And Rome wasn't built in a day. So don't give yourself too much shit if you get fearful, or if your ego steps in and says, we can't do this new thing because it's not safe. We don't know what's going to happen in the long run. There's a need to let go of that fear, that control, and to be able to surrender to whatever's happening to you. And for a lot of you, these opportunities are helping you to see the light and helping you to see how unfulfilling those previous opportunities were. And that can be a little bit jarring because you were a part of those opportunities for a long time. At the bare minimum, some of you 2 years, but for most of you, I'm feeling cycles of 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Like this is the same energy repeating itself over and over and over again. And finally, now that you're over the hump and you're receiving what you want to receive, it's scary as shit. And you feel unequipped. But the reality is that every situation you've been in prior to that and every decision that you've made because of all of those incidences that's what's bringing the new into your life. And those new lessons are going to come chock full with different things. And some of them could have the same themes from the old lessons, but now you know that you can handle those themes. There's a need to trust yourself. There's a need to trust in the movement that you're making forward. And for some of you, I feel like you're going to have to at least take 5 minutes out a day to really sift through your thoughts and try to figure out, which is going to be perfect for the Mercury retrograde on the 29th. So a lot of you could be going through old cycles of thought where you're like, wow, I haven't thought like that in a long time. Just know that with the retrogrades, okay, that energy is moving inward to out instead of outward to in. And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? What that means when I'm saying it is that we're going to be going inward and reflecting on the cycles that are going into, of the planets that are going into retrograde. So for example, Pluto, Mercury, and Saturn are all going to be retrograde, right? What the hell does that mean? Well, Saturn is the planet of restrictions and limitations. Capricorn, you know that planet all too well. Pluto is a planet about power, inner dialogue. Saturn is the limitation. So you're going to be thinking about the restrictions and limitations that have put you in a position that questions your power, if that makes any sense to you. So any issue where you've been overgiving, where you've been giving results or not getting the results that you expect back, not getting the accommodation you feel you deserve, this is the time to ask yourself, am I putting myself out there enough? Am I communicating my needs so that my expectations can be met? Even though I am very leery when it comes to expectations, I would be careful, because that's really just letting you down for a disappointment, because nothing ever comes in as we expect it, right? So that's the need to loosen the grip a little bit, just a little bit. I don't feel like you have to do a whole bunch of things. I feel like you're going to intuitively feel how you're going to move forward, because each of you, it's different. But for the most part, most of this reading is about trusting yourself, trusting your discernment, and pushing away the toxicity that's been plaguing your life for so long. Don't punch me, but I feel like some of you are going to want to punch me. There's also a need to take accountability for what you did wrong. Whether that be, and there's no judgment here, because I've done a shit ton wrong myself, but it's more about what cycles have you let take place? How much have you done for a certain individual who never gave you the recognition you felt you deserved? Why did that happen? Did that happen because you couldn't communicate your needs? Did that happen because you were over anticipating and over giving to people because you didn't love yourself? I know these are painful themes, guys, but I wouldn't be a good reader if I wasn't honest, and if I didn't feel this energy within this. You're blocking your own justice by doing this. There's a need to look at the brighter side of things. And I know that this is frustrating, because you already feel like you're going back to the drawing board in so many different aspects of your life. But I'm telling you, if you take the time out to have gratitude throughout your day, I know that sounds cheesy. I know that's not something you want to hear, but I'm telling you, if you take the time out to have gratitude for every single thing, your mind will change. Your mind will change. You'll be in the moment. You won't be so worried and anxious about what decisions you'll be making, because you trust yourself. You know that whatever happens in the rigmarole of life, you will have your own back. If a cycle needs to close, let that cycle close. And if the other person isn't closing it or not giving you the closure that you need, look at it as an opportunity to give yourself closure, because that is possible. By thinking about this cycle over and over and over again, you're burning yourself out, my love, unnecessarily. You feel like this with the Four of Swords reversed, but the energy you're putting out is this. Queen of Cups. Now, mind you, there is no gender in tarot. So when I see Queen of Cups, it's like this is somebody who is compassionate. This is somebody who is understanding, loyal to a fault, and understands they're loyal to a fault, but obviously not enough if they're still looking at this cycle that doesn't deserve them. Holy shit, there are a lot of opinions going on in here. I'm seeing the King of Wands reversed, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Swords reversed. All of these opinions don't matter. That's all I'm seeing in this. I feel like this is either family, friends, co-workers, whatever. But either way, all of these people have an opinion on your life when they don't matter. in reality, because they're not going to be living your day-to-day. They don't wake up in your shoes every day. They don't have to make the decisions that you make every day. They don't have to live with the choices that you make every day. And that's why, if this is the case for you, if everybody is talking in your ear about what you should do, this is a lesson for you to stop and listen to yourself and listen to your own discernment, to trust yourself. I know that you might have cut a lot of people out in your life. Also, if this cycle is over and you've already cut these people out, just know that that was the lesson. The lesson was you had to look to see what you were giving and what you were getting back in relationships, and why it wasn't reciprocal, and why you felt like, why you even put up with that in the first place. Because you know now that you don't deserve that. And you will know even more as the days progress, as you move forward. You've got this. That's all I want to say to you, is you've got this. Keep moving forward. I know you feel unbalanced right now. I know you feel stagnant and like you're not healing right now. But you are. You are. With the Strength and the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is my Wounded Warrior card, okay? This is going to be a card about somebody who has been through it. They've been through the shit. They've been walking through it for a very long time. They have not seen their rewards yet. This is them questioning if their rewards are even going to come, or if they're just crazy. But you're not crazy. You are healing. I know it doesn't feel like you're healing, but healing isn't rainbows, puppies, and butterflies. It's shitty days, day after day after day, thinking about, wondering about, should I this, should I that? Until one day it's lifted. And then that situation comes in another person or another location or form, and you go through it and you're like, oh my gosh, that does not bother me the way that it used to. It doesn't trigger me the way that it used to. I can move forward through this because I'm strong enough for it. There is a need to recognize that within yourself. Recognize how much you've healed. Recognize how much you've changed. I don't care what's happened to you in the time in between. Recognize it, because you've done a lot for yourself. If you're watching this video, you've done a lot for yourself. And you're going to keep feeling stagnant until you start to recognize your worth. That's the most important thing here. And I know sometimes it can, energy and spirit and all of this confusing shit can feel like a mind fuck at times. But I'm telling you right now, this energy is here because there's a lesson. And you will learn it. You are learning it. You are moving forward. The key is to have patience in stagnancy. The key is to understand that even the most minuscule action is moving you forward. Let's think about it this way. Okay, let's say someone has a business and they want this business to be a multi-million-dollar business, right? And they're getting there. They're on their way, but they're not exactly to where they want to be. And they're questioning whether they're ever going to get there, if all their hard work is ever going to pay off, okay? When you're in those moments, because I know it can get especially scary once it feels like the anticipation I'm feeling is like when you're going on a roller coaster and you're going all the way up and you're waiting for the damn thing to drop, but you just keep hearing the clicks in your stomach is like, oh my God. That's what I'm feeling. And you're feeling that for good reason. It's always scary when we start something new. But I'm telling you right now, look back to the start of something that turned out to be fucking amazing. And remember that. Keep that ingrained in your heart. Understand that you were a part of that and that you can absolutely do that again. Even at a bigger, deeper level that'll bring you way more fulfillment than a full bank account. Because you will understand that everything has a reason. Nothing is by coincidence. Even the shittiest of things aren't by coincidence. Trust yourself. I feel like the after school special, because I'm still like asking Spirit, like, what the fuck is that? I feel like the after school special is that energy is talking about, you know, when you're in high school or you're in middle school and you can be easily directed by other people. You know, you're always wondering if you're cool or if you're, you know, I don't know, if you're going to be seen as the cool kid in school, you know, that's what I'm feeling. And the thing is that you're getting to a point in your life where it doesn't even fucking matter, because all you care about is what's going to propel you forward, what's going to bring you into success. So when I've said in previous reads that your perception is going to change, that's what I mean. And I bet you haven't even thought about it until now. But think about how your perception has changed about relationships, people, family, friends, business, money, associations, who you give your energy to, how much time you give your energy to, what you want to do for your life. Okay, let's see what's being activated, get a guidance card, and then I'm outies. What is being activated? I have indecision in the middle of the deck. I know you guys are going to want to punch me after this read, so that's okay. That means the energy is moving. I'm okay with that. Perseverance. That's what's being activated right now. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You got this. You know that purple is a royal color, my friend. You're understanding who you are and what you deserve. And don't ever let anything step in and question that. Because this is going to get you to where you need to go. Perseverance. Understanding that even the smallest of circumstances are helping you to move forward. Tricking your brain if you have to. Shit, that's what I do. I mean, in reality, life is not, it can't be happy all the time, 100% of the time, but change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I hate when the light gets in there. It really bothers me. Okay, let's get the guidance card. What do they need for guidance at this time? The Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. $98. Okay. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everyone and everything. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you're unaware, to look at them and see them clearly and consciously so that they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? Okay, my friends, until next time, see you later. Bye.